Do you know that classic scene from The Devil Wears Prada, where Miranda Priestley walks into the room and the whole atmosphere changes? That is right. Maggie Smith at 89 years old can still create that same effect. And no, it is not because she has millions in the bank. The truth is that there is a secret formula that women like Helen Mirren and Glenn Close master perfectly. They know how to communicate elegance without opening their wallets, while others spend fortunes trying to buy what they already possess naturally. But here is what no one tells you. This formula works best after 60. Why? Because we finally stop trying to impress others and start impressing ourselves. And that, my dear, is when the real magic happens. If you are tired of seeing other women your age looking truly rich while you feel lost in your wardrobe, you need to discover these 5 secrets. And the best part? The third secret will shock you with its simplicity. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because women who master this art deserve to be in a place where vulgarity has no space and elegance is always the protagonist. Leave your like if you also believe that age is a synonym for sophistication, not invisibility. But first, tell me, when was the last time you walked into a place and felt all heads turned toward you for the right reason? The mindset of the woman who looks rich. You know that woman who walks into a restaurant and immediately you think, she must have a robust bank account? That is right. She might be living on a basic retirement income, but she masters a secret that costs exactly 0. She does not need to prove anything to anyone. This happened because she discovered that those who visually shout with sequins are whispering insecurity, so she chose the opposite path, the silent confidence that speaks louder than any fake Rolex. Queen Elizabeth II could dominate an entire room with just a look. She does not chase after anyone. She does not rush as if she were late for her own life. And she never raises her voice to attract attention. Those with real class do not need to announce it. The woman who looks rich walks as if the floor were her personal red carpet. She speaks slowly because her words have weight. She treats the waiter with the same courtesy she would treat the CEO of a company, because true class does not change depending on the audience. Have you checked your posture today? Comment below. The number one mistake that completely destroys this aura of sophistication is the intelligent wardrobe. Have you noticed that some women can look like millionaires using only 5 pieces, while others spend a fortune and still look like they dressed in the dark? That is because they discovered the best-kept secret of elegance. It is not about filling the closet. It is about choosing with the precision of a surgeon. Julia Roberts is a master of this art. She could wear a trash bag and still make it look like it cost $1,000. Not because she has infinite money, but because she understands that quality fabric and perfect tailoring beat quantity every time. When you fold a piece and it does not crease like gift wrap, it is a sign that the fabric has structure. Quality linen returns to place. Cheap polyester holds permanent wrinkles as if it stored the memory of all your mistakes. If I opened your wardrobe right now, how many pieces would you actually wear? Be honest in the comments. The rule of the 5 essentials. An impeccable white shirt, tailored trousers, a sweater that does not pill, a blazer that does not turn you into an executive from the 1980s, and the accessory that says, I have personality. The mistake that makes even the most expensive clothing look cheap is colors that communicate status. Did you know there is a silent conspiracy between colors and the bank balance people imagine you have? Our brains have been trained for centuries to associate certain colors with wealth. Navy blue was a privilege of royalty because the pigment cost a fortune. Off-white was for those who could afford not to get dirty. Today, these colors still carry the DNA of the aristocracy. But here is the delicious irony. You can buy them for the same price as a neon pink that screams, I just left adolescence. Kate Middleton masters this science with almost irritating skill. She appears wearing camel beige and burgundy, and automatically everyone assumes it cost more than the GDP of a small country. Observe the most elegant women on Instagram. They rarely use more than 3 colors in one look. The human eye interprets chromatic simplicity as refinement, while a personal rainbow screams, I cannot decide. Try this simple test. Take a photo of your outfit and convert it to black and white. If it still looks sophisticated without the colors, you have succeeded. If you also believe that less is more, leave a like so I know. The number one accessory that gives away, in less than 3 seconds, that your outfit is not as expensive as it looks is Presence details. You know that woman who wears a basic outfit, but you swear she spent a fortune? That happened because she discovered that details are spies. They expose who truly understands the subject and who is only pretending. Jackie Kennedy had a PhD in this strategy. She could wear a simple set, but every button was in place, every shoe without a scratch, every bag structured like a small vault. If someone can notice that your shoe is worn out from 3 meters away, it is time to retire it. Bad details are like bad breath. People notice, but do not comment. They simply move away discreetly. A chipped nail cancels the effect of a 1,000 dress. But well-groomed nails without polish always look more elegant than chipped polish trying to pass as sophisticated. Have you ever fallen into the details trap? Comment here so I know. The cruel paradox. We spend fortunes on the main clothing piece and save on the details when it should be the opposite. The behavior that reveals your class. You may be wearing the best clothes in the world, but if you speak like a street market vendor trying to win by insistence, you have just canceled all your investments in elegance. Our primitive brain still associates a high volume with desperation for attention, exaggerated gestures with insecurity, and those who interrupt others with people who have never really been heard. Observe M in the James Bond films. She does not need to shout to dominate the conversation. She does not gesture as if she were shooing away invisible mosquitoes. And she definitely does not interrupt, because she knows that those who have something important to say do not need to compete for sound space. If people at the next table can hear your conversation in a restaurant, you are speaking too loudly. Elegant women make others lean in to hear them. Test this today. Speak 30% less than you normally do, and observe how your presence gains weight. A woman of true class looks into the eyes as if she were reading the soul of the person. She speaks slowly because her words have weight, and she never apologizes for occupying space. Accessories that whisper luxury. You know that woman who wears only 3 accessories and you automatically assume she has money? While another looks like a walking Christmas tree and you hope someone turns on the lights? That happened because the truly rich discovered that ostentation is a scream of insecurity disguised as confidence. Therefore, they chose to let people guess instead of announcing it at the top of their lungs. Olivia Pope is a master of this silent art. She appears with the same delicate necklaces in crises involving the White House because she understands that a personal signature is worth more than an entire collection of weekly novelties. Consistency communicates financial control. Who needs to prove they can buy new things every week? The paradox is delicious. Insecure women accumulate accessories like war trophies. But confident women wear only enough to make you wonder, where is she from, instead of, how much did that cost? Hair that communicates class. Here is something 90% of women ignore. Your hair speaks before you open your mouth. And no, it does not need to be a 1,000 hairstyle. Helen Mirren at 78 years old proves this every day. Simple hair, well cut, always clean, and with a styling that looks intentional, not as if she had just woken up. The difference between hair with class and hair that says, I do not care, is in 3 details: an updated cut, even if simple, cared for texture, and the sense that it was a choice, not an accident. When was the last time you invested in a good haircut? Tell me in the comments. There you have it. Now you know the 7 pillars that make any woman look like a millionaire. Queen mindset, intelligent wardrobe, status colors, impeccable details, behavior that commands respect, signature accessories, and intentional hair. The truth? After 60, you can finally stop pretending to be someone else. It is time to perfect who you truly are. But the secret no one tells you is this: the transformation happens first in your mind, then in the mirror. When you stop apologizing for existing, your presence changes even before you change your clothes. Now here is the challenge. For the next 7 days, test these strategies and observe how people start treating you differently. Then tell me the result in the comments. If this video made you realize that elegance is cultivated, not bought, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Women who know their worth deserve to be here. Which strategy will you test first? Comment. Elegance is my new language if you are ready for this personal revolution.